there, my name is Mindy. Welcome to this chair yoga video. This is a level 2 class, so we will be doing some seated postures at the beginning. Then we'll do some standing postures with support of our chair. And then we'll end the class seated and do some Shavasana. If in Shavasana you like to prop your feet up, you're more than welcome to grab yoga blocks, or like I have here, a shoe box, so that your knees are slightly above your hips. That might be more comfortable for you. But otherwise, you don't need any props this particular class. We have our chair, obviously, with no arms. And if you're on a hardwood floor or tile type of floor, linoleum, your chair may be prone to slip. So maybe a yoga mat underneath, or if you're on carpet, that'd be ideal as well. Go ahead and press pause, get yourself set up so that you're comfortable, you're ready, and then press play when you're ready to begin. Beginning in a seated posture, your seat is halfway or kind of in the middle of your chair. Hands are in your knees. Take an inventory of your feet and knees. Notice where your knees are over your ankles and how your knees are in line with your hips so that you're comfortable sitting in a seated position. Notice the sit bones. Feel them in the seat of your chair. Notice your spine elongate as you reach the crown of your head for the ceiling. Maybe this is the start of your day today. Maybe you've had a very long day and you're ending your day with this practice. Either way, I hope that this practice will bless you. So taking a few minutes now to notice our bodies and how we are feeling, if there's aches and pains or sticky areas. Can we soften those areas as we breathe? Breathing in and expanding our belly. Exhaling and noticing the belly deflate. How are the quality of your thoughts? Maybe it's the beginning of your day, you have a to-do list running through things you don't want to forget. Can you set those things aside for now and just be present here as we practice? Maybe you're at the end of the day. Again, just noticing, not judging or determining right and wrong, just noticing and then let it go. Notice your breath to help you stay focused and anchored as we practice today. Inhaling through the nose, and the belly expands, the ribs expand. Notice the muscles and ribs that are moving, and then on your exhale, how they deflate your belly. On your next inhale, grow tall, making sure that you're staying tall. And exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder, making sure that your shoulder isn't popping up, keeping it down. Exhaling here and then inhaling back to center. Exhale, bring that left ear over to the left shoulder or toward. Mine clearly can't move that far. It's my bad side. Inhaling and exhaling here. I shouldn't say bad. Inhaling back to center. It's just stickier for me. Inhale and then exhale over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale over to the left. If you're like me though, you loosen up as you go. Inhaling back to center. Do some cat-cow. Inhaling with our tailbone reaching for the back of our seat, our chin reaching up, our chest reaching up, and our backs arched. Coming back on our exhale, rounding our spine, rounding our back, tucking our chin. Inhale, coming forward, arching. Exhaling, rounding toward the back. A few more on your own breath. One more time. Coming back up to center. This month has been the month I challenged you to keep a gratitude journal, and I hope that that has blessed you and that you've been able to fill your days with good thoughts, positive thoughts, and that you feel a lighter sense about you this month. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, right arm comes down, left arm comes up and over. Make sure our left hip stays anchored into the chair. Smile, holding the pose, not our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling back up to center. Exhaling, left arm comes down, right arm comes up and over. And inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. This time we're going to work on our ankles a little so we'll prepare for our standing poses. So if you'd like to grab and support your thigh, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, just lift your leg, your right leg, and extend your foot out. We're going to point and flex. Again, breathing through. And then maybe rotate one direction. And then circle the other direction. Some crackle pops are going on over here. And gently bring your foot back to the ground. Other side, left foot comes up and out. We're going to point and flex, inhaling and exhaling. Then rotate in one direction. And exhale, bring it out into the other direction, rotating. And bringing your foot back to the floor. Well done. Similar to cat-cow, we're going to go a little bit more, we're going to deepen that stretch a little bit. So come to the edge of your seat. Arms are going to reach back and hold the support of the chair. Inhaling, our chest and chin come forward, feeling a widening through your shoulders and your chest. So the back body is being compressed and the front body is opening up. And then on your exhale, rounding your spine down to the ground. Maybe your hands don't reach the ground, and that's okay. You can put your hands on your thighs. The idea is not to touch the ground. The idea is to round your back. Again, not holding any breath, keeping a nice, smooth, steady breath throughout the practice. Coming back up to center. Again, reach back. Bringing our chest forward, our chin up, feeling that stretch. And then rounding our back, wherever your arms are, rounding your back. Coming back up to center. Nice. We're going to do a Warrior 2 series. So let's start by sitting side saddle. We're going to take the leg that's in front. Maybe that's your right leg. That's my right leg. So I'm going to teach from the right. So maybe if it's helpful for you to hear my rights and left, maybe align your body so that it's that way. Otherwise, just watch. We're going to take our left hand and hold the back of our chair. Our right leg is going to come out and behind and straighten. So this may take a minute to set up, but be patient with yourself and with me. Our front leg is bent. Our toes are pointed to the short edge of the mat. Our back leg is straight. The knee is not locked though. There's a micro bend in it. Our back foot is on the ground, and so that outer edge of our foot is pressing into the mat. Our toes are facing the long edge of our mat. Our hips and shoulders are facing the long edge of our mat. This is the Warrior Two stance, and our arms come out like this. You've probably seen this in videos or other pictures of yoga on the social media. Maybe you practice this yourself. Regardless, this is Warrior Two. Breathing in and breathing out. I should have said, sorry, you should be pressing into both feet. So pressing in here and pressing in on that outer edge will engage your legs and you'll feel your muscles working. So that's great. That's what we want. If at any point you're in pain, you can ease out of that though. We do not want to be in any pain. So our bodies are the boss and we have to pay attention. So on our inhale, we're gonna flip our front palm, reach up with our that front left palm, allowing our right arm to rest on the back leg. No pressure on that knee though. Inhaling here, nice and long. Exhaling. We're gonna come forward, bending our elbow, resting on our thigh. That leg is still straight and both feet are still planted in the ground. The right arm is going to reach up and create a very nice long line of energy. Fingertips to our foot. Chin stays up. I tend to bring my chin in, so I'm reminding myself as much as I'm reminding you. Back to Warrior Two. Very nice. We're going to do this reverse warrior again. So left arm comes up, and then extended side angle is this bringing of the right arm up and over. One more time. Reverse your warrior, and then extended side angle. So lovely. And back to Warrior Two. Very nice. Bring our arms down, holding onto the chair. We're going to bend that back knee very gently, slowly. We're going to get ourselves out of that position. And over here on the other side. So my right side is now the back end of the chair. So I'm going to hold with my right arm, the back chair support on my left leg. It's going to open up and come back. That left hip is going to line up with the back end of the chair. Like the outer edge of the chair, side chair, because it's almost like I'm sitting side, like one cheek on the chair kind of thing. My back leg is straight, knee is not locked. The blade of my back foot is pressing into the ground. My front foot, toes are facing the short edge of our mat. Foot is pressing into the ground as well. So my muscles are engaged. My arms are out to the side, looking over those front fingertips, smiling here. Taking a couple rounds of breath. On the next inhale, flip your front palm, reaching up, teeter-totter those arms. Left arm comes to rest on the back leg, right arm is up. Breathing in and breathing out, bending that front arm. Back arm comes up and over, nice long line of energy. Chin staying up. And back for reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. One more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. And then back to Warrior Two. Very nice. Bring your arms down. Bend that back knee. And scoot yourself to the middle of your chair. We're actually going to stand up, but before we do, we're going to do it so slow. I want you to notice all the muscles that you use, and we can be grateful that we can stand up, right? Because this is going to take some effort. We're going to have our feet into the ground, nice and rooted down into the ground. Wiggle your toes so that you feel the balls of your feet and the heels firm. Our knees should be somewhere between our heels and our toes, because when we stand, we'll need that leverage. Our hands are going to be out here in front of us, taking a breath in, engaging our core, and on our exhale, leaning forward and bring our seat a couple of inches off of our chair, breathing in and breathing out, bringing our arms down and straightening our legs. Good job. Did you notice all the muscles you used for that? A lot more than we usually take. I take for granted. Usually we don't even notice that many. Okay. I'm positioning my chair at the top of my mat so that I have the rest of my mat to work with. I encourage you to do the same. We're going to start with ourselves standing at the back of our chair. Our hands and fingertips can be on the back support, making sure that our toes are about hip distance apart. So when you look down, maybe opening your stance a little bit so that your feet are over your knees, under your knees, and which are under your hips. Gonna stand tall, so reaching the tailbone down for the ground and the crown of our head up. We're gonna take a breath in, and then our exhale, we're gonna lift our heels off the ground and just play with this idea of balance, and then coming back down on another exhale. Inhaling up, balance check, and exhaling down. Doing this on our own breath a few more times, just giving ourselves an opportunity to work through nice and gently and slowly, like we did when we got off the chair. We want to use these muscles and strengthen and work these muscles in our ankles so that when we're on uneven ground in the real world, hopefully they are strong enough that we don't twist an ankle. I've done that before. It's not fun. 6 weeks in an air cast. Not cool. One more time. Here we go. Up. And back down. Very nice. We're going to step back maybe 2 or 3 times so that our hands are on the back of our chair, our legs, and basically that we're about a body width from the chair so that we can stand in like a 90 degree. Now, obviously, your body is the boss, and obviously, you need to do what you need to do so that you don't injure yourself. We need to be safe. So, we're going to bring our hips back as best we can and elongate our spine. And our ears can be in between our biceps so that we feel a nice long line of energy from our fingertips to our tailbone. Our knees are never locked, never locked, but your legs might be straight. Maybe to keep your spine straight, your knees have to be bent, and that's okay too. Nice long spine is the goal. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice on your next inhale the breath in your back body. All of our ribs expand 360. We're going to come back up now, gently walking ourselves back up to the top of our mat. Putting our weight in our left foot. We're going to bring our right heel up. Maybe you want to bring your toes up. Do a little balance check there. Maybe you bring your hands up off the chair. Bring your hands back onto the chair. We're going to take those toes, reach them back behind you so that you're in a lunge, and then reach your heel for the ground. Mine's not hitting the ground, and that's okay. But I'm feeling stretch, so that's good. I'm gonna breathe through it. Nice long spine. I'm feeling sensation here and in my low back area. No pain, I'm just feeling sensation. And as I breathe, I know my muscles are being oxygenated. Smiling. Thankful for these bodies that can move still, right? Bending that back knee, leaning forward, and then bringing those back toes forward to meet your left leg. This time we're going to do the opposite. So left leg is going to be the one that pops up. So we'll put our weight, we'll make sure that our weight is in our right leg, nice and strong. Heel comes off the ground, toes stay on, nice long spine, and maybe bring those toes up off. Maybe do a balance check. I'm a little wobbly on this side, I notice. How about you? Bring our hands back to the chair. We're gonna reach those toes back. Then reach our heel back. Breathing here with a long spine. And reaching, bringing our body, leaning it forward so that we come up onto our toes. Help us to bring our back foot up to meet our front foot. Now we're going to stand kind of perpendicular to our chair. And we're going to do tree. So I'm going to suggest that the leg that's in closest to the chair be your strong leg, and that your other leg will kickstand so that your knee and your hip are open to the right hand side, if that's your right hip. And then you're going to bring your shin and your heel or your foot, the sole of your foot, to meet. They press into one another to help stabilize our core and our bodies. Noticing one focal point in the room that's not moving will help us to balance better. Maybe your hands, your arm stays here with hip hand on your hip, or maybe your hand comes out. Breathing in, breathing out. And then bringing everything back down. From here, keeping our inner leg where it's at. We're going to, we're going to bring our toes out toward the front of our mat. We're going to do warrior two supported. So just like we did before, our toes are going to face the chair this time, or the leg that's closest to the chair. The back leg here is going to come out so that the blade of that back foot is perpendicular with the chair, and then is parallel with the back end of our mat. In this stance, we want our hips open to the long edge of our mat, and we're going to bend into our front knee. Nice tall spine, just pressing into our feet, noticing the muscles in our legs. Inhale our arm up, exhale, coming over just a little bit, leaning into the chair as needed for support. And coming back to warrior two, back up, and to warrior two. Wonderful. Arm comes down, pivot your toes. Now I'm going to switch my chair so you don't have to see my backside. Otherwise, we'll start with tree. So this time, chair's on my right side, so my right leg is the inner leg. That's the leg that's going to be strong, nice and tall with our spine. Left leg and knee and hip are going to be out and open, if you will. The sole of my left leg is going to press into my shin. I'm going to look at one non-movable immovable object in the room. Nice and tall. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe your hands come up. Maybe they stay on your hips. One more inhale and exhale, shake it out. Nice. Keeping this chair on that side of your body, we're going to do the warrior stance again. So our toes are going to face the chair on the right side. Our back leg, our left leg is going to come out and point to our toes, our hips, and our shoulders actually are going to all point to the long edge of our mat. Nice strong legs, holding on as needed. Nice long spine. Check your hips so that they're not like wonky, but that they're even. Bending into the front knee, reaching up on your inhale. Exhale, coming on over. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming on over. One more time. So nice. Very nice. Bring your arm down, bend that back knee. And then we'll come back to a seated position. In our seat, I encourage you to hold on to the back support, the side support of your chair, maybe even the seat, whatever's most comfortable for you. We're going to lift our legs up off the ground, and it doesn't really matter how high you lift them up. We're using and engaging our core. So we're doing some core work without the sit-ups, so that's nice, right? So just don't hold on like a death grip to the back of your chair or the bottom of your chair, but use it as a support, lifting our legs. My feet are not coming off very far off the ground, but I can feel my core being engaged. It's sometimes helpful if we tuck our tail a little bit to protect our back. If this is uncomfortable for you, just omit it. Don't even worry about it. All right. From here, we're going to straighten our legs. So come to the edge of your seat. Straighten your legs, of course, the micro bend. And we're going to hold on to the back of our chair and just come forward. Leaning forward, breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Coming back up on your inhale. Pressing ourselves back to the center of our seat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Gentle. Lengthen your spine on your inhale. And exhale. If you want to twist a little more, go right ahead. Otherwise, I'm comfortable here myself, listening to my body. A couple of breaths. And you're waiting the stretch. Inhale, arms back up, overhead. Exhale, twisting to the right this time. Inhaling, nice and long spine again. And exhale, moving any more if you would like into your twist. And inhale back to center. So nice. From here, if you want to grab your blocks or your shoebox, you're more than welcome to put them underneath your feet. We're going to do Shavasana in this regular chair pose. So just sitting back in your chair, bringing your hips to come closer to the front edge of your chair, finding that comfortable position. My hands are going to be palm up and on my thighs, that is, and we'll be in this pose for about 3 minutes. So I encourage you now to Just take a deep breath in and exhale out. Maybe closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Checking in with your body and releasing and letting go of any tension in your head, forehead, around your eyes, in your jaw, your neck, shoulders, arms, your back, your hips, your legs, your feet. Just letting go and enjoying these 3 minutes of Shavasana. Bringing some movement back to your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Touching your fingers, each finger to your thumb, nice and gently, slowly moving your feet, maybe picking your heels up and maybe picking your toes up, just bringing some movement back. And when you're ready, slide back in your seat so that you are back in a seated upright position, feet on the floor. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands towards center. Inhale Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope this has been a great month for you. And as you go into the December month where it gets colder, I hope you continue to join me in my classes and help keep movement in your body. Thank yourself for showing up today. Have a wonderful day.